In this episode, I sell Jim this little energy shot bottle. He's never seen it before. Maybe he's seen me drink it once, but it's something that I enjoy. And I figured, let me throw Jim off, hand this to him, and see if he can sell me on it. You'll have to find out how it went.
How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorty.
Get me going, man.
And Marshall Siyamahu in the back.
Hey.
Jim, you are such an excellent salesman. What I'm going to do is we're going to role play here for a minute. So Jim doesn't know what's about to happen here. All right? Jim, this is the sell me this pen trick, right? I'm going to hand you this thing you've never seen before.
Okay.
And I want to take a minute. I want you to sell this to me.
Okay. Say, go now.
Take your time. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
So just reading what it says here, which is intriguing, Derek, it says reclaim your brain. Okay. Do you have any concerns about your brain as we go forward in terms of your ability to think, cognition, read, absorb material?
Absolutely. I have a friend who's in his late 50s, early 60s, and he's having some brain lapses. I believe you actually talked with him. Thinking as I age, recognizing my brain might not be as sharp.
Okay.
Trying to be proactive. Something we talked about in a previous episode is wanting to be proactive in the steps we're taking toward being a better version of ourselves.
So that said, if there was a product, a substance, a food, a drink, whatever, that would help you to improve your brain or certainly give you a better chance of having a good brain going forward, would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that's what I would like to talk to you about today with your permission. It's a product that I really believe in. It's called Reclaim Your Brain. And it's nootropics, adaptogens, antioxidants, immunity support.
What are those things, Jim?
Immunity support would be things that support your immune system. Antioxidants are and by the way, this is not medical advice, so I'm just talking. So antioxidants help with when your body does what it does, it produces what are called free radicals, and it helps to fight those. Adaptogens are things that cause your body to have a reaction to the specific product per se. An adaptogen would be like ashwagandha. And so your body has to adapt to that, hence the word adaptogen. And then nootropics, I'm not really as familiar with that as I probably should be, but nootropics also have an impact on the brain specifically. And I think ashwagandha is also a nootropic. So anyways, so Magic Mind, it's a mental performance shot. So you take this, it's caffeine-free, sugar-free, I like all that. Sharper mind, calm energy. And what you do is you take this little bottle and you just down it. And you do this.
So wonder why are adaptogens good? I don't know.
What's good? Why is exercise good? It's because your body has to adapt to the exercise. Hence, when you do, for example, if I said, give me a pound of dumbbells, that you would say, okay, I think I can do that pretty good. What would that poundage be? And we're going to do curls. We're going to do hammer curls.
Probably about 20 or 25.
So if I hand you two 20-pound dumbbells, one left, one right, and you're going to start doing what are called hammer curls, which means you're just going straight up like this to the bicep, back down. And I want you to come down real slow. It's called eccentric training. And I want you to come up a little faster, but still slow, right? Okay. Now, and you say, okay, and you do one. It's pretty easy. Now, how far can we go until it starts to hurt?
Like how much?
How many
reps?
can you do? It starts to hurt. What'd you guess?
I bet 10 I could do, but once you're getting to 12 to 15, I'm like.
Okay. So we want to get to that point, not quite maybe failure, but it's hurting. And it's the hurt. I call that the juice. That's where the gain is. So when we do that today, just on each arm, just one session, what's going to happen tomorrow when we get out of bed and we say, I'm going to go reach for this. Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, there's soreness.
There's a soreness. That's the body adapting to those weights. So no matter what we do in life, there's always going to be some kind of an adaptation, which is good for you.
Wow, I'm learning so much.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, another example of that would be, are you familiar with heat shock proteins?
A little bit. I've heard you talk about them, but I don't know much about them.
So we get out in the heat, And we can either just be out in the heat or we can add to it by exercising in the heat. Okay. And when we exercise in the heat, your body has to adapt to the heat. Now, how do we know it's adapting to the heat?
You would sweat, right?
Okay. You're not going to sweat sitting on the couch watching TV. That sweating is the adaptation. And we're giving the body a good thing. Are you familiar for the same logic with cold shock proteins?
I imagine it'd be a similar idea. Your body responds when you're cold, I assume, by shivering.
Exactly. Why?
Because your body's probably trying to warm yourself up.
Correct. Your body's trying to cool you down when you're hot, and it's trying to warm you up when you're cold. And those adaptations are like the adaptation. Your body has to react to it in a certain way. And that reaction is where the strength is, okay? So there are, keep doing your exercise. This is not a replacement for exercise, but it's additive to that. So if you're going to do your exercise and you're going to do your other things that you do to be healthy, it's literally you drink one of these a day.
Yeah, it seems simple.
That seems pretty simple.
Couple ounces,
Exactly. And it's a shot. So is that something you'd like to consider trying?
Yeah. I know it's not medical advice, but how do you think that would help me?
First of all, it's very high nutrient, very good for you. And because of the fact that there's adaptogens in here, it causes a reaction similar to when you're exercising or when you're getting, by the way, also, you don't have to exercise in the heat to have that same reaction. You get into a sauna and just sit there and meditate while you're in there. There's a lot of different ways you can do these kind of things. Exercise is the best. It's so good for you. But still, your body has to adapt to the exercise. And that's kind of, and we talk about in business, that really is, in effect, the pivot. So your body is pivoting based on the input. So you're fine. Am I sweating right now?
No.
Are you?
No.
Marshall, are you sweating?
No.
If we go out today, right now, and walk to the bottom of that hill and back up, and let's say we decide we're going to do it for three times, it may be too hard to do. But the fact is, you're going to be sweating. But in the meantime, that sweating with the human body, according to all the research I've done, it's a use it or lose it thing. So if we don't use it, we lose it. Meaning, would we lose the ability to sweat? Not entirely, but it's not going to be as efficient. Would we lose the ability to warm up? Not entirely, but it's not going to be as good as it could be. It's that reaction. It's so healthy for you. Okay?
Yeah. Huh.
So I take cold showers. I have a sauna, infrared sauna. And I've not been doing that as much lately. I've been really trying to get outside more than anything. But I do get out there, I sweat, and I work out every day, and I lift heavy stuff. That's another one. You're lifting something heavy, your body doesn't like that.
Yeah.
It's hard.
This is all making sense because it's making me think about conversations we've had where we're talking about intentionally putting the body through stress.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Because we adapt to stress. And we adapt to the hardships, to people in general a lot, and to me specifically, really important because I'm flat-footed. So balance is not a strength.
Let's talk through this. Come on,
just functional, normal movement.
We just talked about it.
Our ability to exercise would be tougher.
Yes, because of the other things.
Yes.
What's the one we just talked about, though? You said you're flat-footed. I'll give you a hint.
Balance.
Our balance degrades.
Tell me more.
Okay, so if we are aging, hopefully we are, and our balance degrades, along with our strength, along with our bone mass, along with our ability to think, okay? Let's specifically focus on balance. What happens when our balance degrades?
We're more likely to fall.
Oh, what happens when we fall? This is a mathematical problem, by the way.
We hurt some part of our body, or we may just bruise, but we could actually hurt a part of our body.
Okay, this is a mathematical scenario based on probability and actuarial charts.
What happens when we fall? We're more likely to die.
We die. There's a significant percentage of people, when they fall, they die. That's a fact. And as we hit 60, 70, 80, now we're 80. I'm 69. Now we're 80. And we fall. That probability of dying from the fall is higher at 80 or lower than it's higher at 80 versus 70 or lower? Which one is it?
I would say higher.
It's higher.
Yeah.
So we want to prepare for that. So as part of my plan per Seneca is I work on balance with Mark virtually every single time, 4 days a week. And it's brutal balance. And so what do you think? What's the secret to being balanced, to having good balance, excuse me?
What's the secret for that?
Yeah.
I believe training, exercise.
That's
Okay.
That's
I think you're right.
secret.
There's a better answer though. And it's going to, I think it'll shock you, but see if you can figure it out. So within that, how do we train for better balance? There's one word, only one word that really describes it to what we're talking about here.
Maybe like counterbalance or off. Basically, force yourself to be off balance.
Exactly. So the secret to improving your balance is to be unbalanced.
Yeah.
And in your brain and in your body, there are all kinds, and I don't know the exact science behind it, but there's all kinds of things, like proprioception is one of them. I think it's called nociception, but these are things that cause your body to want to be in balance. So that when you get out of balance, your body wants to put you back in balance. And that activates all these things. Again, it's an adapting thing. So I have a Bosu ball. I have an elite Bosu ball, which is the thing you stand on. And I mean, I shake. It's that hard because you're out of balance and your body is trying to get back into balance to work out. So when I do this balancing exercise, and when we're done doing a certain session, Mark will say, okay, I can walk, but it's hard.
Yeah, I've done the Bosu ball. It's
brutal.
I need to do it again.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Because when I was doing it with my physical therapy, it was so helpful. Yep. Right.
Doesn't want you walking. It wants you on the ground. That's gravity. And so your body, through years and years of adapting, has learned how to counter that gravity.
Makes sense, yeah.
But still, you have to, as you age, that ability to counteract that gravity. So if we're working on it, per the quote of Seneca, the man who anticipates the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive. If you're a thinking man, which I think you are, what makes you think you're so special that you're going to not be subject to the law of gravity, to the loss of grip strength, to the loss of balance, to the loss of muscle mass and bone mass? What makes you so special?
No, I'd be arrogant if I thought that.
Yeah. So should we be working on these things knowing what's going to come?
Yes.
And if we're working on those things, then it comes back to what I've said many times. You heard me say it. What can I do today that the future Jim Shorkey is going to say, thank you?
Yes.
And what can I stop doing today that the future Jim Shorkey is going to say, thank you? So these are really important ideas. And is working on your balance any different than working on your working capital?
No.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You can't pay somebody else to do your push-ups. You got to do them.
Yep.
And we do them because we're getting ready for the future. It helps with today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So making it to 84 would be a heck of an achievement. Yeah. And if I want to hold that great grandchild, I better start working on my grip strength, my balance. Another one, by the way, that turns out is a really great predictor of longevity is VO2 max. Okay. Wow. Not real good.
No.
I don't like those odds. How about you?
No, I thought it would be.
That's not real good. I'm 69 years old. That means, quite frankly, there's an 80% chance, just round it off, that I'm going to be dead. And I'm not going to see that grandchild. So knowing that, the man who anticipates the coming of troubles, death, it's a trouble. It's a problem. The man who anticipates the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive. So I'm anticipating that. Yep. My goal is 122. And you asked me.
I bet those numbers, the percentages go down as you go up the age ladder.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Yeah.
The chances of you making it to 100, you can Google that, Marshall, they're not real good. It's probably 5%. And when you talk about money, I'm going to give you an exercise here right now that I don't want you to give me numbers. Marshall, do the same thing, please. I want you to think about how much money, and don't tell me the number, don't disclose the number. How much money can you make, both of you do the same thing, in 1 year? Put it in your mind. Do you have the number in your mind, Marshall?
Yep.
I want you to multiply that number times 10. You have a number in your head now, right? It's a bigger number, right?
Yes.
That number that you have in your head right now, that's what an extra 10 years on this planet is worth to you.
That's good.
Big number.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like we should get to work on how do we get those extra 10 years.
Yeah.
And with that amount of money you have in your head, how much help could you provide the universe? Whether it be with donations, how many books can you write with? It's not just money. How many books could you write in that 10-year time frame? How many young ladies and gentlemen could you mentor during that period? How many podcasts could you do? How many of these we do a month?
Jeez. We basically do one for every week of the year, so 52 a year.
52. That's
That's
520. And what would the impact on that be? And by the way, when you get to the extra 10 years, how much wisdom have you piled up to get to that extra 10 years? So those extra 10 years might be the most productive podcast ever. But you're not even going to get there
Yeah.
because you want to smoke.
Right.
You're not going to get there because you're doing stupid crap. So what can I stop doing and what can I start doing?
Yeah.
And it really does tie into what you have in your hand here. It's really a metaphorical in that respect. Yeah, this is the exercise in a bottle. This is the cold shock therapy, the heat
It's
shock
one of
therapy.
the confounders.
It's just, they're all together.
Yep.
They're all important.
Wow.
How important is what you eat?
Oh, jeez.
It's blueberries, not donuts. I'm sorry. Sorry, gang. I know you like your donuts, but you talk about a nasty thing to eat. It's trans fats. So it's trans fats. It's sugar. It's crappy dough and whatever else they put in these things. And I don't eat donuts. I'm telling you, I don't eat them because my HbA1c is 5.6. I don't like that number. I want that number lower. I got to stop the donuts. I love donuts. I love them. Who doesn't love donuts?
Yeah.
Give me a good cinnamon donut with sugar and, oh, my cake donut. They're lovely. But guess what? They're just not good for Jim Shorkey. And they're not good for you either, Marshall. I know you like them. They're just not good for you. So you have to make your own choices and your own decisions.
Right.
But it's very important to me to hold that great-grandchild in my arms, to be able to walk with that great-grandchild, to be able to talk to that great-grandchild, to be able to mentor that. Now I'm going to go 10 years beyond that. Now I'm going to be 95 years old. I'd love to be able to sit down and have a conversation with that great-grandchild. And so I'm 69, just say 70. So 24 years from now, I will be 94, 25, 95. And so if the math works out the way I think it might, that great-grandchild would be 10 years old. Boy, wouldn't I love to go on a trip with that great-grandchild? Wouldn't I love to be able to sit down on the front porch like we do and talk and say, hey, here's what Pop thinks. I think what you're doing there, I think it's a bad idea. And wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
So I got it. The man who anticipates the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive. And so COVID-19, you got no power over me, buddy. None. None. When I got news on COVID-19, what I went to work on, very aggressively, my immune system. I bought books about it. I read about it. I got special teas. I did special things. What can I do to strengthen my immune system? Oh, you'll never guess what strengthens my immune system.
There's quite a few things that can
Tell me.
strengthen your immune system. Vitamin C is a part of that.
Okay, that's one.
Right?
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good
some
one.
of these immune support things in here,
Right.
even that we were
Let's
talking
get more. Let's get more specific and more granular. Exercise, cold shock, heat shock, getting out in the sun. Read about it. One of the things to help mitigate COVID is sitting in the sun. Believe it or not, they're not getting sunburned. By the way, this is not medical advice, but yeah, all these things that we mentioned that we're going to do to get to 95. Believe it or not.
So you're already doing those
Oh, hell
things
yeah.
before the
I figured
trouble
it out.
comes.
I figured it out.
Wow.
I figured it out.
Thank you, Jim. Guys, you just watched live Jim sell me on this. I've been drinking this. I found it. Jim's never heard of it. Maybe he's seen me drink it once, but he didn't know what it was. And he sold me on it. So thank you, Jim.
Go get him, kid.
Thank you, guys. Leave a dolphin emoji in the comments below if you stayed till the end. And let us know what you learned as we talked about the ways to adapt to business situations, to sales situations, to life situations. Thank you, Jim. We'll see you on the next episode.